All right, what's up, everybody? Matty D here. Tuesday, it's December 5th, 2022. Just get right into this because it doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't matter anymore. I see a lot of people, people talking about this bullshit. Klaus Schwab, right, saying that he recently had 2 heart attacks. But again, people are saying there's no validation of this. There's been no confirmation. Klaus Schwab, blah, 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 blah. People all talking about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago. But again, what they're not talking about again is the Great Reset that is actually going on. And they just had their World Economic Forum. Conrad Black, Klaus Schwab's obsession with pushing global governance, November 19th, 2022. Last week, G20 meeting in Indonesia as U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese leader Xi Jinping wasted their time talking about global warming, a subject the People's Republic does not take seriously. And you can see right now they're under a zero COVID policy right now and protesting going on in China anyway. Which, again, they absolutely love China. They love China. Klaus Schwab loves it, praises it again in 2022, says all the countries should be taking part after China, following China, right? And they came out here and they said instead of the origins of COVID or the status of Taiwan, the face and voice of the Great Reset appeared. This is the jargon for the readjustment in the world towards so-called stakeholder capitalism that is the ambition of the governors of the World Economic Forum. Right? It goes through this whole shit, right? I can't even go through the whole thing. Because, again, when you read this stuff, we know about the Great Reset, COVID-19, his book, The Great Reset. They said they need it now. They were going through it all the time. All right? They don't stop. Let me show you this right here. 4th of December. Letter. Concerns over the Great Reset. When reading last week's letter, November 16, 2022, from Anne Nightingale, concerns over the continuing Great Reset, I could have cried tears of joy. Why? Simply because I have felt terribly alone with my own concerns over the control these globalist elites are having on our government and ourselves. The likes of Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum funder, WHO, etc. are planning this Great Reset or New World Order. Digital currency and ID are slowly being introduced behind our backs. Well, it is and it isn't because they're throwing it right in your face, too. They will have complete control over how we spend our money, time, travel, and many aspects of our lives. No shit. The WEF slogan is, "You'll all own nothing and we'll be happy." This is being run out today with higher taxes, interest rates, fuel costs, which will no doubt lead to job losses, home repossessions, hard-earned savings being depleted via inflation. Schwab openly states the global young leaders of the WF have infiltrated our cabinets around the Western world. Our unelected Prime Minister and Chancellor are keen advocates. Like I said, people are talking about this, but do you guys really think anything's going to happen and things are going to stop? No. I want to get back into this asshole, this fat bastard here. We're going to go right back to that one. But let's start here first. Because again, Bill Gates, World Economic Forum, what have they always said? They want Africa. University of Johannesburg, new National Artificial Intelligence Institute to help transform the economy. December 6, 2022. Yeah, so basically just being published. In his book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, the founder of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, provides an insightful perspective on the 4IR when he writes, technology is not an exogenous force over which we have no control. We are not constrained by binary choice between accept and live with it and reject and live without it. Instead, take dramatic technological change as an innovation to reflect about who we are and how we see the world. Can't keep going more into this. With the establishments of the Presidential Commission on the 4IR in 2019, South Africa acknowledged the all-encompassing significance of the Fourth Industrial Revolution and its disruptive effect on technology. Through the PC4IR, South Africa was signaling its intention to harness and leverage the power of 4IR to benefit its economy and people. The World Economic Forum estimates that the 4IR is expected to create up to $3.7 trillion in value by 2025. If anything, the COVID-19 pandemic plunged the world into 4IR, revealing the uneven levels of 4IR readiness between and within countries. There was great foresight in the 2019 establishment of this. By 2020, the PC4IR published a comprehensive strategy comprising several recommendations to assist the government in taking advantage of the opportunities offered by the digital industrial revolution. At the heart of these recommendations was the establishment of a National Artificial Intelligence Institute, which they now have, which is now going to be taking over everything, going from securing, availing data, enable innovation, incentivizing 4IR industries and platforms, building 4IR infrastructure, reviewing and amending legislation, establishing a 4IR strategy implementation coordination council. AI is the bedrock of the 4IR. I mean, they're not going to stop, guys. On November 30th, 2022, which was just passed, the Department of Communications, Digital Technologies, University of Johannesburg, and the Tshwane University of Technology established the Artificial Intelligence Institute of South Africa as an innovation engine for public and private sectors in line with the PC4IR. So again, this is going on. It is accelerating. It is going on. All right. It's not going to stop. World Economic Forum leader praises China as role model for many countries. November 28th, 2022. World Economic Forum founder Klaus Schwab praised Communist China in a November 19 interview with CGTN's Tian Wei, calling it a role model for many countries. Specifically, Schwab told Chinese state media that humanity needs a systemic transformation of the world, and that while we should be very careful in imposing systems, the Chinese model is certainly a very attractive model for quite a number of countries. Yeah. You guys go through this shit. I can't stand this crap. Because then you have this fat fuck. This guy is looking worse and worse. Glenn Beck. He looks like Santa Claus right here. He looks like Tim Allen's robotic version of Santa Claus. Absolutely massive, completely unhealthy. But he's here talking about evil Marxists are using children to destroy our society, published December 1st. And what's he talking about, guys? The things I told you about that nobody cares about. And I said, sorry, kids, I try. The recent Balenciaga scandal is shocking and disgusting, but it's not new. In fact, in this clip, Glenn explains how Marxists have been targeting our children in order to destroy the family structure and eventually capitalism for years now. Right? So, Glenn, Balenciaga is still in the news. Thank goodness, quite honestly. Thank goodness The View could not bring themselves to say that what happened in those ads with the S&M teddy bears and children's was a bad thing. Guys, let me show you something again, because when I see this fat bastard coming out here again, and again, I've been speaking out about these things going on with the kids for, now it's going on 80 years of closing it down. Let's see here. Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Cowell to escalate clergy sex abuse investigation. December 5th, 2022. Freedom from Religion Foundation asks for increasing resources to uncover allegations of clergy abuse. Nope, not getting that. Judge orders, this was in CBS Baltimore where the big one's going on. Judge orders seal in case involving release of Baltimore Catholic Church sex abuse report. December 5th. And this is exactly what was happening in Philly, when I showed you. Again, you have the reporter presses 2 in green, like I showed you. Melania Trump was wearing her, I can't even do a refresh on this thing. Melania Trump is doing a stunt with her green jacket, right? Baltimore judge ruled a seal while attorneys battle over the public release of a report into child sex abuse within the Archdiocese of Baltimore. Baltimore Circuit Judge Anthony Vittoria ordered the case sealed, which means all hearings will be closed to the public and all legal motions will be confidential. No party is permitted to share any filing or communication, he wrote. The Baltimore Banners reports that Judge Vittoria directed the attorneys to deliver their filings to his chambers and not submit them to the clerk's office. Survivors and those representing survivors of the alleged sexual assault believe this is an attempt to block the release of the report. And that's what they did in Philadelphia with the 6 churches. But yet everybody was paying attention to Melania Trump and Trump with the border kids and all that crap. So that time was going on. Glenn Beck is still talking about this Balenciaga bullshit. Okay? I showed you that crap too. Showed it to you. This stuff doesn't stop. It's absolutely amazing. There's no end to it. guys, and then even like with these shills that are going on with this Liver King thing on YouTube, here's the guy who is supposedly the coach and outed him. And yet I'm listening to him. And yet he's telling people that how he sat on this for a year and a half, but yet he told the guy after only 2 weeks, I can't do this because you're not disclosing proper blood work. Your blood work doesn't show what you're really taking, blah, 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 blah. And this is what they're doing because they're promoting their products. They're promoting their clinics. Here in his, look at this, right in his description box. Marek Health, and that's what I was showing you too, that this guy Derek was a partner with and works with Marek Health and used to. Marek Health comprehensive blood work analysis and professional medical guidance. 10% discount on your first comprehensive, vigorous panel and additional markers. Vigorous affiliate link. There's a link to iHerb, which I actually use iHerb, but yet they're telling people you can go and get growth hormones on iHerb.com, which I never use growth hormones, but if there's anything there that is like that, it's not an actual growth hormone. But it's just amazing, this shit, what they do. Look at this. Digital Bluetooth body scale, series wireless wrist blood controller. So put more and more RF on your body, guys. But this is what they're all talking about. This is how they're coming out with this shit. People are commenting on this stuff. But this is the same guy, right here, it's the same channel, that 2 weeks ago, natural-born pharmacologists, and just look at his chapters here. Steve's upcoming fertility protocol. They are literally advertising all this type of shit. They're also having sponsorships of Get Checked Now in their description boxes. They're all going along with this shit. Greg Doucette's jumping on it too, covering this guy. Look at this. Greg Doucette covers the original guy. He gets 168,000 views. Yet the guy who originally said why he shared it, 46,000 views. And it's just absolutely amazing shit that they go through this stuff. Now, when I went through his channel, I see more videos about him. Look at this. Approved beginner performance enhancing drugs. Best beginner performance enhancing drugs. Solid results, minimal and manageable side effects. Promoting to kids. This is totally safe, guys. This is like people I even say, like Kenny KO. He blocks out curse words, but he tells people they should try drugs. They should try SARMs. They should try Tren. They should try steroids. Look at this guy. Safest PEDs. Coach Steve approved safest PEDs for worry-free usage. Look at that. A pharmaceutical background. No problem, guys. 2 thumbs up. And there's, Greg Doucette too. See? The holy grail for erectile dysfunction, low testosterone, libido. Just buy his products. A guy who used to use drugs too and running drugs. Greg Doucette, steroids. Which he totally openly admits. Yeah, I mean, sure, he openly admits, but he tells you too, but if you take his supplements, you'll gain 4 pounds of muscle in 1 month because it worked for him. But yet, people will tell you guys you can't even barely get that without even fucking taking steroids. But yeah, his supplements will get it for you. Look at this. Look at this. Promoting drugs. By popular request, the MK677 and insulin stack. Taking insulin, cycling, high testosterone without AI. My thoughts on Liver King the steroids. There he is. And again, in his video, where he says why he outed him, and he's like, but then I saw Paul Saladino, I felt so horrible for this guy. So, really. But this stuff is all safe, promoted, ad revenued, sponsored for children. YouTube. Totally safe, but you are medical misinformation, dangerous misinformation, guys. I am out. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for listening. Peace.